everyone, and welcome to this year's edition of MDX Now, live from Middlesex University. My name is Carolina May, and today we will be joined by very talented current and former students from Middlesex. So to start off today's show, let's hear some jazz from the band Pepe. A massive thank you to the boys of Pepe. We'll have a chat with you guys in a minute, but first, let's take a look at what Middlesex Uni is all about.
Here at Middlesex University, the faculty offer all facilities and courses you need in order to create and achieve quality work. This allows students to succeed in the future with their chosen careers. Previous alumni, such as the bright and creative minds that have studied at Middlesex, have been Dermot O'Leary, Helen Mirren, Alan Carr, and many more. This is a university where being yourself and unique gets you far.
That was amazing, boys. So how was that performing live?
It felt great. We love to perform live, and when we have the opportunity to do that as our main job, it's perfect.
Exactly. So if you want to introduce yourselves, say your instrument.
Yes, I'm Manuel, the drummer.
Amazing.
Yeah, cool. I'm Ruben. I'm the keyboard player.
I'm Dan on bass.
So how did you guys meet?
Well, I met Dan about 4 years ago now. So we're all either on the jazz course now, in Manuel's case, or for me and Dan, we're both alumni. So we met on our second, or at least for me, his second night in London. Yeah, just when we were both in first year. So yeah, I graduated 2 years ago. He graduated last year, and now Manuel's on the course now.
See, Middlesex, bringing people together.
Right.
So why jazz music of all genres?
Well, for me, it was it was a progression that made sense, going from classical music. I played that for about 10 years, and then slowly just started to prefer the freedom that jazz sort of offered, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you guys?
Back from where I'm from, it was the only opportunity that I had to play drums in a school environment.
Amazing.
And I came to realize it would give me more freedom to express myself as a musician in different genres.
Okay.
I just like to preface this by saying, like, I hated jazz when I first started getting into it.
Oh my gosh.
Because where I'm from, I didn't get to see much live jazz. And when I started seeing it, when I first moved here, I kind of realized, like, wanted to be into that sort of music because it's, like, very creative, very in the moment, and, like, kind of reminiscent of, like, the improvised stuff that I would listen to before that.
Yeah.
You know?
Amazing. Well, it's definitely the most complex genre. You guys are doing an amazing job. So other than obviously bringing you all together, how has Middlesex University sculpted your musical journey?
Well, for me, it offered me just a unique opportunity to work with a very vibrant and diverse community of musicians that I didn't have where I come from. So the music scene in London is obviously, you know, the biggest in the country. And so being at Middlesex really put us right in the heart of that, you know, and not just in the fact that it's in London, but it's also that we are able to be taught by, you know, people who are in the heart of the industry as well.
Definitely.
It's really, really beneficial.
Definitely.
Anything you got to say?
Anything to add?
For me personally, I learned how to play the upright bass while I was here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I never really played it before I moved to the UK. So if that's anything to go off of, you know.
Definitely, definitely. It's looked amazing as well. It's
Thank you.
a massive instrument. And of course, you have to mention the state-of-the-art equipment that you have and the facilities you have here.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. So after graduating, what sort of stages do you see yourself performing? I mean, you've graduated already, but what is in the pipeline for Pepe?
Oh, anything's in the pipeline for Pepe, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, there's so many venues around the city. It's just a case of getting out there and you know, putting your material out there for everybody to see.
Amazing. Well, we've all heard you today, and I'm sure you'll do amazing in future gigs, and you've all got really bright careers ahead of you. So thanks for coming in today. We have had so much fun. Another round of applause for Pepe, everybody. So now we're on to our last two guests of today. From the streets of Norway to the stage in Edinburgh International TV Festival, Madeline F. Nygaard and Luke Archer, another great performer who has designed a jacket for, I can't believe I'm saying this, Cher, everybody. So let's take a look at some of Madeline's work here at Middlesex University.
Hello and welcome to The Switch, a brand new music show unlike any other before.
Well, welcome backstage to the Switch studio. But I hope you're ready because your challenge starts now. It's time to make the switch.
You know just how heavy they are.
I've borrowed time, you've stolen mine, and my words will cost you. Let it haunt you now.
I borrowed time and you've stolen mine, and my words will cost you.
To find me, wander across my path.
It was a really, really cool experience.
Both Robin and Alex took the challenge by storm. They gave some amazing performances and they even wowed each other as well. So it just goes to show that when you make the switch, anything can happen.
Madeline Nygaard, Luke Archer, what a pleasure it is to have you in the studio today. So you must feel great being back on your old stomping ground, Middlesex Uni. I bet you wish you were directing this show.
I mean, yes, I do miss it all. It's just, it feels like home.
Amazing. And I have to start by congratulating you. Massive congratulations on your top prize at the Test Card Unscripted category for the Edinburgh International TV Festival. I mean, oh my gosh. You beat 2,000 other competitors in your category with your producer Joshua Good for The Switch. Please tell me all about this award-winning show.
I mean, it kind of started as like I always knew I wanted to do music in the studio because that's where all the fun lies. And I just started to write down stuff I picked up on different music shows, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. And then we went into third year and we had to create something. So I was just like, well, I want to do this music show where people just switch the lyrics and perform for each other. Because you never know when another person performs some of your songs, you never know what's going to happen.
That's scary.
Exactly. So I asked Josh if he wanted to produce it, and he was like, yeah, sure. So together we kind of refined what Switch is now and worked together as a team to, make it happen.
Well, it's incredible. It's incredible. And you and Josh go back a long way, don't you?
Yes, we do.
So you met here at the TV production course.
Yes.
So what would you say your best experience you've had here at Middlesex was?
Being in the studio is definitely one of the best experiences. Like, it didn't matter what it was just being here, being able to like move the cameras direct, do whatever you wanted, and it was just great. But I do remember, which is something I always look back at, is that we had to pitch twice for the Switch. I was fuming, but that was fine. They probably wanted me to learn a lesson or something.
Maybe.
And then I remember we were screening the Switch at the BFI cinema, and our lecturer said, well, congratulations, some of you guys proved us wrong. And just to like hear that was just like, oh, I did something good. This is great. So it's just like a good experience, all of it.
That motivation you showed and drive, you got it done. You proved everybody wrong. It's amazing. So Luke, you studied fashion here at Middlesex. You went on to design for Cher. And then you've also done multiple London Fashion Weeks, but you did we can see work here from your 2013 collection. Amazing. How would you describe the whole London Fashion Week experience? It must be hectic.
It is hectic. It's completely absorbing. You get stuck in with your own stuff, and then you get including other people's stuff as well, and it's just a mad rush. But yeah, it's very, very exciting.
And how would you describe your inspiration behind your designs for this collection?
For this collection, it was all based on undersea and basically animals that lived in the sea. And I focused mainly on squid and cuttlefish, and it was all to do with the bioluminescence and colour changing properties that they have. So yeah, it was a lot of unusual things I used in that collection.
That's incredible. And you can really see that as well, the use of colour, the texture. It's incredible. So you've also brought in a piece behind you. This was from your 2016 collection. Talk us through this, because it is very extravagant. I love it.
This collection was based around animals, reptiles even.
Oh, brilliant.
And basically, I wanted to capture with this dress the shedding of snake skin and reptile skin, because I liked the properties it had. It had like translucent, but they had like kind of a rainbow kind of effect to the scales and things, and it's just something I wanted to try and catch that in the textiles of that dress. So
definitely. I'll be trying that on later, absolutely. Which brings me to, if you were to design a dress for me, what would you go for? I'd be curious.
I think it'd have to be something bold and colourful.
Oh, like me?
Something exciting.
Love it, love it. Well, I can't wait to see what you come up with. But anyway, so you started off at Middlesex. what was your favourite thing about being at Middlesex? What has inspired you, I suppose, and you've taken into your work later in life?
I think Middlesex itself, it was a really good community. I mean, I still have a lot of contacts and a lot of friends from when I was here. So, you know, I'm still in and out from time to time. And I think, you know, the course that I did, particularly the stuff I learned on that has been brought through into what I'm doing now. I mean, I did corsetry and I did tailoring, and now I do bridal and I do, you know, some dresses that need corsetry or corset, you know, tailored suits and things. So I just add to what I've learned at Middlesex. I haven't, you know, I learned a lot of it here.
That's absolutely amazing. So, which brings the question, you've got people from Middlesex now looking at you thinking, I want to do London Fashion Week, I want to design for Cher. What advice would you give them?
Be persistent.
Yeah.
Be true to yourself, and you know, really, you know, don't stop chasing your dream. Don't let anything knock you back. You have to keep going. You have to just learn from what, you know, anything that goes wrong, and just keep going forward.
Exactly. What a great message. Same for you, Madeline. What would you say to people studying at Middlesex? They want an award-winning TV show like yours.
I mean, I do agree of all of that, and I think like you just have to push through of what you believe in, and literally just don't be scared to take a chance and be bold and just do it. Yeah, because you can do it.
Like your story, you got Amber Lit, you went through it and you got it. It's just brilliant. So now, Luke, I also have to just touch on, because we've mentioned it a couple of times, your piece that you designed for Cher. Do you want to explain just quickly what it was, what inspired you, what it looks like?
Well, it was a leather jacket. I did it, you know, a leather style biker jacket, and it was all. I wanted to kind of capture her the way she dressed in her, you know, in her old albums and things, and you know, just the music was what inspired me to do it, and it's something I always wanted to do. So I had to try and get it done while she was in England. So.
Exactly. Amazing. Well, that is a lot of inspiration for our fashion and television students here at MDX. I want to thank both of you so much. It's been a pleasure. If you want to come back anytime, you're welcome. Feel free.
Thank you.
Where your careers began. So give them a round of applause, everybody. Now we're going to take a look at a student who's heavily inspired by music and television.
Hi guys, my name is Jacob and I'm a second-year student at Middlesex University studying TV production. And in my free time, I'm playing and composing my own music. So I was connected with music since I was a child. I started to play a flute, and then I continued with the trumpet. And during high school, I started with the piano, and since that the piano became my real passion. Now, while I'm studying at university, I'm practicing just for myself. So basically, composing my own music is kind of relaxed for me. I'm just sitting in a room with piano, trying to play and find some interesting chords and notes and put it together. It's nothing complicated, it's really fun for me. Anyway, I have lots of inspiration in classical music. I'm listening, since I was a child I was listening to classical music. I was influenced by lots of composers of classical music like Beethoven, Mozart, Rachmaninoff. They really inspired me in composing my music. So studying TV production at Middlesex University and composing my own music is sometimes time-consuming. I remember in first year I composed my own music to our documentary in a class.
It's like fire inside of you, and you'll just, if it's for you, you'll just keep going, and it hurts, but you just have to keep going.
And now I'm trying to compose some music to TV shows, and I'm really looking forward to play my new song at MDX Now.
Closing today's show, let's welcome Jacob up on the stage. Thank you all so much for watching. We've had an amazing show. Goodbye.